Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 3 gang, y'all. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe to y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. I was at that door like this. Dude came to the door, hit the jump from the inside. The jump opened up. Open sesame. Went in that jump. So, yo, I spotted the dude that's the maniac from out their way. I was like, I went past him. He looked at me like, he was saying what's up. I just kept it moving. I spotted Alex. I was like, hey, let me holler at you right quick, man. He was like, what's up? I said, man, let me holler at you in your cell. He was like, he walked in his cell. His celly was in there. He was like, let me get in here right quick. His celly left out. So I was waiting for him to leave too. I was like, I say, hey, look, bro, what you mean you talking about I did something grimy, bro, and dudes be doing something grimy because I ain't give you no feezy, bro? You serious, bro? He was like, man, who told you that, man? I was like, bro, listen, bro, did you say it, bro? I said, because listen, bro, you ain't seen grimy, man. I said, you ain't seen grimy, man. Quit acting like you mad, bro. You me under the bus 1,000,000 times, and now you acting like you mad? I said, bro, come on, bro, you come on, man. He was like, no, Weezy, man. I'm just like, man, you could have saved me though, bro. You know, I'm just moving to this building. You know, I don't really know nobody, man. Like, I was trying to get lit, Weezy. I was trying to get right, Weezy. I'm like, oh, bro, listen, everybody can't be saved, bro. You know what I mean? If I had it like that, you was straight. I said, bro, I had a 1 spoon that I got from 30 building, bro. I said, I won't sell none of that, bro. What you mean? He was like, man, I'm just saying. I said, bro, so look, I'm grimy. I said, bro, if you saying I'm grimy, bro, and you trying to alert dudes like I did some petty stuff, bro, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do you dirty, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and do you. He was like, what? I said, bro, listen, bro, we might as well fight. What you mean, bro? You talking about I'm grimy and all this stuff? He was like, man, listen, who told you that, dude? I was like, bro, listen. He was like, they lying. I was like, I just looked at him like, man, look, bro, listen, man, I don't owe you nothing. You don't owe me nothing, bro. I said, look, I'm falling back, man. I said, look, when I say this, I don't talk to nobody, bro. I said, I don't care about squashing it. I don't care about none of this, bro. I said, stay away from me, and I'm gonna stay away from you, bro. This is what it is, bro. That's all I'm asking, bro. I ain't gonna mess with you, bro. You don't mess with me. He was like, I was like, bro, listen, that's how it is, man. You know what I mean? Because he ain't even trying to admit that he said the joke. The dude that told me ain't gonna wail. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bro, listen, this is a rap. He was like, well, all right, it's a rap. It's a rap then. It's a rap then. I was like, it's a rap, bro. Keep my name out your mouth, bro. I said, because listen, at the end of the day, I said, I wouldn't have been able to done that play if it weren't without you, bro. So you got something to do with this play too. Just remember that. And I left him with that, y'all. So boom. I felt like I had to, bro. Like, what you think? You gonna try to say whatever you want, bro? You crazy, man. You tripping, man. So I went about my business, man. I made it out their part. I went back to my part, and that was that. But I'm gonna tell y'all something though. When I was leaving, I noticed the dude, man, he was on the top tier, the maniac dude. I think he pent the whole joint. Like, he didn't hear probably what I was saying, but he probably could see the aggression in my body language, you know what I mean? So he probably, you know, like, oh, I wonder what they, you know what I mean? He could probably put 2 and 2 together, but you know, it was nothing to be putting 2 and 2 together. Long as the little freaking prick keep his mouth shut, man, I ain't got nothing to worry about. So I went on and did my bid. So I went on with my bid, man. I went back to the other part, and I was chilling. I wasn't trying to even think about that, man. Like, that jump was just so petty to me how he was acting, you know what I mean? So when I would see him prior to that, me and him ain't had no conversation. You know what I mean? Me and him ain't had no conversation. So I can remember one time I was on the yard and I was working out with my homeboy, and my homeboy is the friends of the dude I was telling you that's in 62 part. So when I went to work out with them, we on the yard, the dude the maniac dude from their city pulled up, and he was like, yo, he was like, look, man, he was like, I meant to ask you this jump, man, a couple weeks ago, man. He was like, man, what was you mad about, man? You was snapping on goddamn. He said, what was you mad about, man? I seen you snapping on little bro. I'm like, man, no, I won't snapping, bro. I was like, we just had a misunderstanding, man. He was like, man, he is in a way though, man. He was like, I don't mess with him like that, man. He was like, for real, ever since that number stuff, man, I don't mess with him like that no more, man. Like, you know, he from out our way. Like, yo, that's just a different type of grimy right there. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, that joint crazy, bro. I was like, yeah. I said to myself, I was like, yeah, that joint is wild, man. He was like, nah, though, like, you know, he was like, man, for real. Like I mess with whoever is a real dude. He was like, just because you from where I'm from, that don't mean that I gotta rock with you, bro. He was like, I know it ain't a lot of us in the system, but he was like, it's enough of us in the system. He was like, I don't rock with the enough of us in the system. He was like, I deal with who I want to deal with, man. That's how I carry it, man. I was like, bro, I'm the same way. You know what I mean? I was like, we got similar ways, bro, because I'm at the point now, and I done been crossed by dudes from Norfolk before. Like, it happens, man. Like, it's always the ones from your town that'll try to do some crazy madness, man. But, like, at the end of the day, though, like, it's still majority of dudes from my town who I deal with. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you still got to watch the ones from where you from. Just like you got to watch everybody else, man. So I felt exactly where he was coming from, man, even though I was the one that actually helped run that play. So I'm just stuck in the middle of that whole situation. But at the same time, though, like, the dude that's the psycho, like, me and him was getting cooler and cooler. I guess just an alpha respect another alpha, and we just kicking it, you know what I mean? But still, though, I still felt like I was like, yo, they find out, me and bro probably gonna fight. You know what I mean? That's just what it's gonna be. But I couldn't worry about that right now, man. The only thing I could worry about, man, is this freaking psychomaniac little dude keep his mouth shut, y'all. So boom. So like I say, the bid kept going. The bid kept going. Now we over there at 60 building. I'm trying to make this happen. Like, I'm moving around. Like, I'm starting to get used to this other side of the yard. Like, I started, when they moved me over there, when they moved me from 30 building, after I was in 30 building for years, and they moved me to 60 building, and I was over there the second time, and it won't San Francisco like that no more. I was actually getting used to that side of the yard. Like, I was getting used to that side of the yard, and I'm a north side dude. This is the south side I'm on now. 60, 70, and 80 is the south side. 30, 40, and 50 is the north side. So I'm a north side dude. So I'm getting super adapted to this other side of the yard, man, because, like, it just, you know, like, this, it was more women, for one. It was more women over there. It was more action as far as, like, getting to the pack more. That ball field was going crazy. Dudes was throwing stuff over that ball field. It was going crazy on that side of the yard. It was actually really, really, really going down that side of the yard, man. So, like, I was actually getting used to being over there. I wasn't even thinking about 30 building or nothing like that no more, man. So Alex still was running around just being a little psycho, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't really making no noise. Like, he definitely, like understood what me and him talked about last. Like, yo, bro, listen, I ain't dealing with you. You don't deal with me. You know what I mean? Like, after he said that little maniac stuff, like, I just felt like I couldn't rock with him no more. So I would still see him, but me and him wouldn't have no interaction at all. We wouldn't talk or nothing. We wouldn't do nothing like that. So I say about a week later, man, I'm in the cell and I'm chilling, man. I'm just in the joint, man. And the lady was like, yo, stand by for child, stand by for child. So I was asleep the whole day. You know what I mean? Like, after we came out for morning rec and we locked down for the morning count, like, I slept all the way up until it was time for child, which we was like the last building going. So I'm asleep for like a couple hours. You know what I mean? It's like a random Wednesday or something like that. So I was knocked out. So I get up. I'm like, I see my roommate come in and getting stuff. I was like, yo, bro, what they got over there, bro? He was like, that beefaroni stuff. I was like, I don't want that junk, man. He was like, man, yeah, man. He was like, man, but you know, I'm going to get it, though. He grabbed him a little season pack from his soup. Dudes be taking that over there to put in their food for, like, seasoning. You know what I mean? He grabbed a little beef seasoning pack to put in that beefaroni. He was like, I'm going to get that junk, man. So as he walking out, I was like, I got up and stretched. I was like, I came to the door. I was like, I walked out. I was like, looked around. I was like, I seen the dude Benny standing right there. I was like, that's Benny? Looked again. I was like, my celly came back in to get his ID. I stepped back in and said, I said, yo, they just moved somebody in here? He was like, yeah, they moved that brown skin dude in here. The little slim dude. I was like, for real? I was like, when? He was like, when you was asleep, they moved him in here. I was like, for what? We came out the hole. He was like, nah, he just got moved. I was like, for real? I was like, that's wild. So I went on, got myself together a little bit. They went to child. And he went to child too. So by the time he came back in the pod, I'm sitting on the table. So when he come back from child, he see me walk in. He was like, oh, I forgot you was over here. What's up, Wiz? I was like, what's going on, bro? Like, I felt bad then, like dapping the man up. Like, you know what I mean? I'm the one that, you know, got something to do with the situation. He was like, yo, what's up, though? What's going on? I was like, bro, I'm chilling, bro. Like, but what you doing over here, though, bro? I thought you was on the other side. He was like, nah, you know, I'm trying to get down here, man. My homeboy, man. You know what I mean? My homeboy told me he was gonna get me in the building and he'd get me in the pod once I get in the building. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. I needed to get down here. I needed to get down here for real. I was like, that's what's up, man. I was like, you ever get that situation straight? I know that was a petty question, but I'm still trying to cover up the madness I did, man. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to cover up the madness I done, man. So I know that was a petty question, y'all. But like in this story, man, y'all see the title, man. I was petty, y'all. So boom. And I was, man. But I still asked that question, man. I was like, man, you ever found out what He was like, nah, I ain't never get to the bottom of that joint. It is what it is, though. I learned my lesson, like, you can't let everybody see them numbers, though. I was like, yeah, that's a fact, man, you know what I mean? So he dipped off, me and talked for a minute. I peeled, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that was weird having him in there now, but like, I felt like it wasn't a whole lot that we can be talking about right this particular moment, man. But it still felt a little weird, though, you know what I mean? Because Alex is over here now, and now he's in my pod. The dude Benny's in my pod, but I'm just like still though, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just looked at the whole thing like this was like a weird vibe going on after both of these dudes are in this building that I'm in now. So like, that's how I felt. It felt like a little weird vibe, man. So a couple of days went by, I won't nothing. He was trying to get to 62 par, which where his man was at. He couldn't get over there for a while. He was like, yo, they're not doing no in-house moves at this particular moment. So he was just like, cool, he over here. So I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, the jump was crazy because my man that rocked with the maniac, bro, that's from their town, he popped up out of nowhere. Man. He was like, man, we sent the message. He was like, man, tell Weezy to come to my cell. So when I see the little young boy that's at 62, he was like, yo, look, bro, say come to the cell. I was like, man, I'm gonna get over there. He was like, man, you can 229 the suite right now. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get over there. So when I was about to get over there, I looked, I seen the dude, Benny. Benny was standing at the door. Benny was like, yo, where you about to go next door? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm going over there too. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go over this joint. So we both push out together. We shoot it straight in 62 par. We get at 62 par, we start walking. The dude, my man, slept on the bottom tail on the right side. That joint is so long because they have more cells over there in that honor pod. All the 2 pods in each building of Lawrenceville, it's like a bigger pod. So it's because it's in the middle. So it's like a long, you know what I mean, pause. So my man joint is like far to the right. So we going into my man's cell, walking to his cell. So when we get in the cell, when I get to the cell, I look back and I seen bro right behind me. I looked up and seen the dude Benny right behind me. So when I look back, I'm like, he was like, you going in there? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Dude is from Norfolk. Your man is from Norfolk. He called my man name. He is from Norfolk. I was like, yeah. So I walked in like kind of surprised too, but I hold the door for him. He come in. You know what I mean? He come in. He like, my man like, oh yeah, hey look, this bro people's right here. I seen dude was sitting right there on the jack. I was like, we got a jack. This the maniac dude from their town. So it was Benny. It was the maniac dude from Benny and Alex hood, and it was my homeboy and me. So it was 4 of us in the joint. So when when I look up, dude over there in the jack, you know what I mean, the maniac dude. So my homeboy like, yeah, bro, look, yeah, man, look, you trying to hit the la-la? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, bro, the la-la. Threw me a bag, like a little personal bag. I was like, all right. So I mean, the la-la, he was like, yeah, look, though, let people know, man, we got spoons too, though, bro, like, you know what I mean, like, we got anything, whatever they looking for, bro. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, look, if you trying to do this, do that, I'll look out for you too, Weezy, man. I know you weren't trying to do nothing like that over here yet. You know what I mean? But he's like, you know, like, you look out for me when I was on the other side, I look out for you. I was like, yeah, bro, that's what it is, man. So we sat over that junk and got lit. These dudes got the pack. All that was going on the whole time we was getting lit was people were knocking on the door, going in and out my man's cell, my man making plays. He got a dude out there cooking the food. Like, it's going down. I was in that joint chilling for a minute. I was in that joint chilling all the way till Rec came back. You know what I mean? So when Rec finally came back, I was about to leave. So me and the dude, Benny and them leaving the same time. So we left, we both lit. You know what I mean? So we stuck at the front door trying to get to our pod. So we waiting for the front door to open up. So we standing over that joint lit. He was like, man, that joint crazy, man. That joint crazy. So as we were talking, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get out of here. I looked back. I seen Alex walking up. Alex walked up. And when Alex walked up, he came up to Benny. When Benny seen him, he was like, what's up, man? You ain't even speaking to me, man. That's crazy, man. I ain't spoke to you like that since you been over here. He was like, he was lit though. He was like, man, what's up? He was like, ain't nothing, man. How you like it over here now? I see you in the pod with Weezy. I looked at him like, now you go ahead and say something. I'm gonna rip your freaking head off, bro. So boom. I gave him that type of look. You know what I mean? Door open up. He was like, I'm chilling. He just dipped. So the door closed on him. When the door closed on him, he was like, I do not like that guy, man. I don't like that guy, Weezy, man. I don't like that guy, man. I was like, man, that junk crazy, man. He was like, yeah, I don't like that dude, man. So we go back in the pod. Everything was normal. But Benny got some la-la too. So Benny in our pod pumping the la-la. You know what I mean? Benny in the pod pumping the la-la. My man threw me a couple of fees. I ain't asked for much. I can get some work to sell and do all if I wanted to, or buy some work if I wanted to. I ain't even do it. I took the couple of fees. I was chilling. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I just wanted to be on point because this is a lot going on. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, man, it's John crazy. I'm trying to figure it out. So goddamn, the nigga Benny come to my cell one day, knock on the door. I was like, yo, he opened the door. He's like, hey, look, bro, and them say, man, they want us to come over there, man. When they call outside rep, man, he say, you gotta holler at you, man. Gotta pull up, Weezy, man. He was like, you got something you about to do? I was like, nah, I'm coming over there. He was like, they said they got some drinks too. I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going over there. I'm going over there. He was like, all right, I'm gonna see you when you get over there. I was like, all right. So he dipped. So they ended up calling outside. I guess he already dipped over there. So I get my stuff together, everything I needed, you know what I mean? And I come out. So when I come out, I go shoot the 62 part. I get the 62 part. As soon as I get the bro set, I walk in the joint. They all right there. So I walk in, everybody looking serious as a bitch. I'm like, what's up? He was like, man, my homeboy was like, Weezy, look, man, I already told him you my nigga. You know what I mean? I already told him you my nigga, man. Goddamn, so everything great. You know what I mean? It's all love because you ain't do nothing but something you supposed to done. You know what I mean? Like we all in this bitch fucking locked up. Like niggas don't know niggas, and niggas gonna do shit to niggas that they don't know. This how shit is. You know what I mean? This how shit is. So goddamn, at the end of the day, I already know how you move, Weezy. Goddamn, nigga, opportunity come about, nigga. We jump on it, nigga. That's what we do. So at the end of the day, though, bro, these niggas still feel like goddamn. They want the truth though, man, because niggas not heard shit, but they feel like the only way they can get the truth is through you. I'm like, what you talking about? I already knew what they was talking about. I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, man, look, the maniac dude was like, look, bro, like I promise, I gave bro word on my kids, and for real, like I say though, you ain't supposed to do nothing but what you supposed to done, bro. I feel the same way. And Benny was like, yeah, I feel the same way too. But you know, he vouched for you like you weren't on that type of time. He was like, I was feeling like it was a BS, like you ain't really want to do it, but you did it just because it was his idea. So he was like, bro, I ain't mad at you, bro. You supposed to done what you did, bro. But he was like, look, I need confirmation that nigga Alex goddamn was the motherfucking brains of this whole shit, bro. Did that nigga get any of my money, bro? I was like, shh. Right when I did that, them niggas already knew the count, y'all, so boom. And I ain't mean to be that petty, man, and throw him under the bus. But he threw me under the motherfucking bus. So you know what? God damn it, it's my time, man. It's mine. It's my time. So I thought to myself, I said, man, I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I said, yeah, bro. I said, for real, and y'all niggas cool niggas, man. I said, I've been feeling fucked up, man. I said, man, you know what, man? I said, bro, listen, bro. I took 300 out the shit. I said, man, I'm gonna send you 300 back, bro. He was like, nah, hell nah, bro. He was like, look, you ain't gotta do that, bro. He said, cause I told you I'd have done the same shit. Cause I ain't know you. If you don't know niggas, fuck it, this how I go. He was like, look, just fucking buy some weed from me. He said, if you buy some weed, bro, that's like paying me back, bro. He was like, but for real, I ain't even tripping on the shit, bro. That's my word. He was like, my problem is with that nigga from my motherfucking town. He was like, that's the nigga we want. That nigga a bitch. He was like, that nigga did that shit. That nigga a bitch. He was like, man, what happened? I was like, man, bro came to me. You know what I mean? I was petty, y'all, so boom. Sorry, man. I was like, man, bro came to me, man. My man was like, yo, Weezy, man, fuck that nigga, bro. That nigga a peon. Weezy, fuck that nigga. I was like, yeah, listen, man, bro came to me, man. Like, you know what I mean? He brought the idea to me. I wasn't really feeling having given to me. He insisted, did all that shit like you was majorly green, bro. I was like, yeah, that nigga's a fucking scumbag, bro. I said, I did it because, you know, it was there to do. I said, I ain't no niggas, man. I said, but look, that's what it is, though, man. He was like, yo, for real, though, bro. Like, man, I ain't gonna get mad right now. I'm gonna wait till I get fucked up. I'm gonna get fucked up tonight. But tomorrow, he was like, yo, we gonna clean that nigga ass up tomorrow, bro. So boom. I heard dudes say that nigga sound serious as a motherfucker, man. So you know what I did, man? I got the fuck out the pod, you know what I mean? So when we dipped out, Benny went back with me, you know what I mean? So we got in the pod, he was like, yo, look, bro. He was like, man, for real though, bro. He said, I'm gonna go 229, whoop this nigga ass, bro. He said, man, goddamn, like for real. He was like, for real, I wish you could see this shit. I was like, nah, I ain't coming over there, bro. He was like, man, nah, you good, bro. Hey, you know what I mean? He was like, but we about to fuck this nigga up though, bro. He said, you about to fuck this nigga up, man. He better not tell, you know what I mean? So next day roll around. When the next day happened, man, goddamn, niggas waited till it was the wreck. My man, they waited till it was the wreck. That nigga Benny shot over that bitch. That nigga Benny went over that motherfucker, man. It's my word. Like, I didn't see what happened. I heard what happened. And goddamn, when Wreck came back, niggas was like, yo, niggas that came back, niggas was like, yo, somebody beat bro ass over there, that little brown skin nigga. Somebody fucked that nigga up, bro. They was like, man, that nigga came walking from, like, I guess they was on the yard. So I guess after they whooped his ass, they told him to get the fuck out the pod. So when he probably went to the button and hit the button, and the lady let him out. Then she probably told him to go to medical or walk to the watch commander office. So when they said they let him out and he was walking, man, they said bro, it looked like a fucking raccoon, man. They said they whooped his ass, man. They said they whooped his ass, man. They whooped that nigga ass, man. Then got down when I seen Benny. When I seen Benny was like, that nigga ain't gonna tell. He was like, guess what that nigga was saying the whole time we were whooping his ass? I was like, what? He was like, man, Weezy told me to do it. Weezy told me to do it. Weezy told me to do it. I was like, this petty, this nigga's double petty. If I'm petty, he double petty, y'all. So boom. But it's too late to say Weezy did it. No, they already knew this was your play. You was down there with him. You brought it to me. I was in school. You set it up, nigga. You set it up. So this is all on you, man. So they whooped his motherfucking ass, man. I promise you, they beat his ass. That nigga checked in, went to the hole, got out, went to 40 building. They said when he got to 40 building, they decapitated his ass over there, man. They said they beat the shit out of him. They beat the living shit out of him down there. They said they paid some red team members to beat the living shit out of him out there in 40 building, man. That's my word. So after they whooped his ass in 40 building, he checked in again, and you never seen Alex no more, man. And you never seen Alex no more. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I was petty, man, for the whole shit. I'll take it. Do I ever lie to y'all? I take it, man. I was petty for this whole shit, man. But at the end of the day, goddamn it, Alex had to pay for being the goddamn quarterback of this shit, man. I want the quarterback, y'all. But that shit was wild. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. But that was a crazy situation. That's the end of the damn story, though. I appreciate y'all for watching this In the Car Chronicles, man. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do with this one. Like, share, subscribe to this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Other than that, man, y'all be safe out there, man. And stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.